What's up, everybody? Welcome to Medicine Creek Farms, like you've never seen it before. I had a brainstorm the other night. I don't know if you call it a brainstorm, maybe it was a brain fart, but anyway, I thought it'd be kind of crazy if I took a farming map with not even a sawmill on it and made it into a logging map just by planting every field and trees. So, here's what we done. I like Medicine Creek because of all the hardwood trees that are on it. It's really cool. The creeks and stuff are just really awesome. The road network is nice. It does have a train that runs through there and traffic. So we have to contend with traffic on some of the highway, or at least one of the highways. And so I took. I don't know if you can kind of see where we're at, but this used to be, I don't know. I guess it was maybe some grain dryers or something was here. I can't remember. And I wiped all that out, put a shop down, and in fact, I moved the shop that was over there at the Galt Co-op, I guess is what it was. The Galt Co-op up there at the top of the map. Moved it down here, so all that stuff works. The doors open and clothes and all that stuff. So we got the shop here. This is our home base, and so what I'm kind of planning on doing is parking extra equipment here as we need it, and we'll come pick it up and take it places. But got some decoration. Just got some old machinery sitting around there, and not really a whole lot. Let's see. I planted some trees. Well, went in the Giants editor and placed a bunch of trees, so we'd have something to cut at least. Now I can't remember what actually grows whenever you plant trees in this game. It may be spruce, but hey, that's okay. Whatever comes up, we'll cut it down. It may take a while, but what I'm planning on doing is, like I said, I've got some equipment. Let me see. Here we go. So I got this triple tree planter. And I've been working on this field for a while now. You can see, let's see, where are we at here? Yeah, so we're home base for me really is, I just kind of took the default. I think up there around number 6 and 7, the top left is another farm up there, so you can take over and make your home base if you want to, I suppose. But it starts you off down here at this, the bottom of the map there where it says 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, kind of that area by the Chula Co-op. So I've got field number 2, which is, if you can see the green number 2 down there, that one's planted in trees. And you can see in the bottom left, that's where I had put those pine trees in there. And then up there where you see the CP and the yellow dot, that's actually, I've got that guy planting grass in that field. I thought it'd be kind of neat to have, and I should have just done this in Giants editor, but I didn't think about it. I didn't want to take the time to do it. But just for fun, we'll plant some grass and see how it looks when it starts to grow, and then we'll plant the trees, and it might look a little better. I mean, when you got just this bare ground with trees growing on it, looks kind of silly. So I thought I'd plant at least some grass. Let's see. Let me grab my truck. I'm running into it. Let's go take a look at the sawmill area. Now, of course, like I said, there is no sawmill on this map, or there was not one. There is now. So let's run up there and take a look real quick, and you can kind of see what I did. I basically just, almost every field except for some around those farms, I left as realism, kind of just as like the farms would normally have stuff planted and grass and cows and all that stuff. But I left a few fields around those farms, and you can tell on the map too, because it still has the numbers on there, which, looking back on it, I should have not deleted those fields, but by doing that, I removed all of the wheat and corn and whatever else was growing on there already, so that way I could just start fresh by planting trees instead of having to go in there and plow the ground and cultivate it and then plant it and all that stuff. And I was just trying to save some time, but as I thought back on it, I was like, nah, I shouldn't have deleted those fields because now I can't see what the numbers are. And when I got ready to make courseplay routes, what I'm going to have to do is drive the perimeter of those fields first, which I wouldn't have had to have done had I just left them. But anyway, we'll make it work. But let's run up here and take a look at this sawmill first, and then, well, I'm actually surprised it even says sawmill. And just, y'all just have to bear with me on this map. I just very quickly threw this together, like literally in a couple of hours. I went in and deleted some buildings, deleted all the fields, added some decoration up here at the sawmill. You'll see that in just a minute. And added our home base and got the equipment set up, and just very quickly started planting a couple of fields so they could be growing. I am going to activate the easy development controls where I can fast forward through time at, like 2,000, 4,000 speed, something like that, and just get those trees growing for us so we'll have something to plant or something to cut, pretty soon. But then I got to thinking back on it. I should have actually planted or placed more trees while I was in Giants Editor, just to have us something else to cut. But anyway, like I said, I just quickly threw this together. So you may see stuff that looks weird, like these tanks over here and this cell point, I guess this is. I didn't realize that was there, so we'll just ignore that and ignore these tanks over here. But we got us a wood chip cell point, and we've got our production sawmill, which, obviously you put in logs right there, put in wood chips over here, and the extra wood chips pile up in there. And then over here on this side, you've got all your lumber that comes out. And then what I'm planning on doing is probably either at the Chula Co-op or the Laredo Grain over there, I'm going to put a universal cell point, and that way we can take our lumber from here, truck it all the way down to one of those places, probably Chula. I think there's a little bit more room over there. And actually I may put it at the not actually at the shop, but that Chula Co-op. I think there's a good spot down there to put that stuff. But anyway, that's where we'll put all this lumber. And so that's our sawmill set up. And then over here on this side, it's just some decoration. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put in like kind of like lumber storage kind of thing over here, little warehouse. We got some wrapped up lumber ready to be trucked out. Of course, that can't be moved, but none of the stuff can. And then we got some stacks of lumber, some other types of lumber there, and stuff stacked up inside there. So it's just a little decoration. But anyway, that's the plan for this map. We're going to do a pretty good little series on it, and I'll still be doing Pacific Inlet and Forgotten Forest, because we got a lot of work to do there. But anyway, this was my idea, was to take a farming map and turn it into a logging map by planting trees. And so that's what we're going to do. And you can see just pretty much it's a pretty flat map. I'm not gonna lie, but that's pretty much, well, it's not quite this flat around here, but where I'm from, it's pretty flat. Not a lot of hills nor mountains for sure. And I'm hoping that is actually planting grass. I'm gonna have to speed up the time and make sure that the grass is going to come up, because it doesn't show whenever I go to here and let's see, growth. I guess I gotta turn the grass on, because see, it's not showing. I can't remember if it's supposed to or not. I don't think grass, I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think grass does it show? Well, there's some spots here where it actually says ready to harvest and growing, so I don't know if I'm actually doing any good here. It's supposed to be planting grass. Anyway, we'll figure it out. If it's not, I'll come back and do it by hand. I was just trying to do course play with worker to not have to do it myself. But anyway, we'll get it figured out. And like I said, I'm going to speed up time 2,000 or 4,000% here pretty soon, and just let some of that grow very quickly. And of course, there's our home base back over there. A little fuel pumps there. I got to be careful on this map, not drive too fast and make too sharper turns. And these little bumps right here too, because the suspension on this truck's a little springy, and you'll end up in the ditch or in the trees pretty quick. But yeah, we got some large fields to plant, and I'm really hoping. I can't remember if the workers will plant trees or not. I surely they will. But if somebody knows, let me know in the comments. But what we're going to do today is let's get started on our logging job down here. And that's where I'm headed at the moment. Got a pretty good ways to go. But we'll get started on this logging job down here and get some course play routes set up and get everything lined out. And I did not change the ownership on these pieces of land, so anytime we get ready to, plant a new track in timber, we'll have to buy it first. And I added in, like, I don't know how much. I think it was $10 million or something. But I may erase some of that money here pretty soon, because what I like to do is to be able to make it to where we harvest one track and replant it, and then with any proceeds we can buy another piece of land, plant it, just kind of work up our way that way. So we'll have eventually, and we probably won't be able to purchase all of them and plant them, because that would take forever. But if I had multiple machines planting trees, we might could make it happen. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I mean, you can see how cool this map is. That's the reason I picked it. All the little ditches and water, and the fields aren't exactly perfectly flat either. I mean, some got some little terrain to them. And then of course I added in all these trees, so we got something to cut. I guess it's this way. The power lines, all these little rows of trees and stuff. It's just a really cool map. I just love this map. So we're gonna get started here. And let's just jump right in here and get started cutting. It's a good start. Alright, that don't want to cut. It's fine. We'll open up a pretty good sized landing here and then move all the equipment in and get started. And I don't know what in the world FDR did to his latest batch of equipment, but I downloaded the whole new updated stuff from not that long ago, I guess. Well, maybe a month ago or something. Whenever he did the last big update. I don't know what in the world he did, but I could not get my joysticks to work with any of his machines. Well, actually, I only just tried a couple, but I tried adding in this John Deere 909, and I could not get my joysticks to do anything. In fact, I couldn't even get the mouse to do anything. I don't know what in the world he did, but I had to go back and find some older equipment. Now, this is the equipment that's still, his lighter versions of the stuff, but it's just a version or two back from the current, the current ones. But I couldn't get anything to work. So I don't know what he did. I saw where there was like I guess it was kind of like a input bindings XML file or something, zip file, something other. And I put that in there and activated it, but it didn't do anything. I still couldn't get my joysticks to work, so who knows what he did, but look at that tree, it's still standing up on its end. But I just couldn't get those machines to work. Now it's going to decide to fall. I just added in a whole bunch of different size trees in here. No dead ones, but just to give us something to cut. I don't like these small trees, but anyway. Oh, and I'm not planning on releasing this map. This is just something I threw together to do as a series, and I wouldn't want to release this as it is. I mean, I guess if there's some interest, I could probably go back later and do it up nice and actually plant some other of the fields in trees. But as of now, I don't plan on releasing this map. Alright, so we're just wiping out a big area to get started in here. And I'm going to have to get my... I didn't get a stump grinder. We'll have to get one of those in here. Because this machine, for some reason, doesn't seem to want to be... There it goes. Got rid of that one. And there's that one. Okay, I just wasn't patient enough, I guess. Got to cut those things just right sometimes. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. It's going to be kind of fun, I think. We'll definitely have to get some course play action going on the planting those trees, because doing that by hand would take forever. I planted a couple of them, couple fields so far by hand, and it's not fun because it's hard to see where you've already planted and haven't planted. Those trees don't stand out very good. It's hard to see. But I'm almost certain that if I hired a worker or used Courseplay, that it would plant those trees for me. I don't see why not. It's built into the game, so it should be part of the game. Okay, let's park this over here just for a minute. And gotta be careful of the power lines. And let's see, I've still got to get a tractor. Actually, let's see, we've got some equipment that came on this map, but that does not have a PTO on the front. Okay, so let's get us a tractor. Let's see. You know, I had added in some skid steers, but I don't know where in the world they went to. They're not showing up. It should be a Bobcat. I don't see any here anywhere. Should be right here between Bergman and Bachman. I don't know. Let's see. What might it show up under? Oh, skid steer. Duh. Okay. Well, let's just go with one of these. I know I've got a Bobcat in here somewhere, but see, the problem might be 74 horsepower. What does that Brux wood chipper? What does it need? Ooh, it needs 250 horsepower. Okay, well that could be a problem right there, because that other machine's not going to run it. But we got to have one of these anyway, so let's just go ahead and let's do black. And we shouldn't have a problem. I mean, the terrain's flat here, so we'll just go with the tractor. Let's see. I used to go with that John Deere. It's JCB the case. Let's go with the case this time. 225 horsepower. We'll bump that up to get us a bit more horsepower. Yeah, that looks silly. Yeah, I don't think we need wheel weights or doubles or anything. We'll just go with standard. You can see there on the left, I left some of the fields in. There's that wheat field. I think there's one down here somewhere. Yeah, this cornfield, I left the cornfield in there. Oh, okay, our grass planter finished. What's it mean I don't have access to this land? Did I not buy this? I thought I bought that. Whoops, I didn't buy it. Okay, let's buy that real quick. There we go. Oops. Alright, let's get this annoying thing off the screen. Alright, so he finished, and let's just go ahead and, oops, gotta stop him. And let's just park this right up here. Right there for now, and then let's get started back again over here. Let's see, we still don't have enough room. I'm going to cut a few more trees down. Just to give us some room to swing these trees around. We'll cut another swath down through here. Oops. Alright, that is probably going to be enough room to get in here and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a quick little path down through here. Probably not all the way to the end, but I'm just going to make a quick little row down through here. Oops. Yeah, I hate it when it does that. Alright, that's about all I'm going to cut. I just wanted to kind of get something started here. So let's get our processor moved in and set up. I probably should have brought a dozer in and kind of cleared that off. That would be a bit more realistic, wouldn't it? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what we need right there. See, there's a little gas pump I put in right there. We can fill up as needed. I thought later I should have put a fuel tank over there somewhere, but oh well. We'll just pretend there's one there. Let's see. Do I actually want to go that way or do I not? No, I don't think I want to go that way. Let's go back the other way, hit the highway, and then we can just have a straight shot down to the shop. Well, as I'm driving, let's talk about Farming Simulator 22. I'm not really surprised that they are skipping the odd year. I mean, because it makes no difference really. I mean, whatever you call it, except it's going to kind of confuse the folks that were playing on PC or console, and then those that were playing on mobile devices, because they do have a Farming Simulator Mobile, which usually came out on the even years, and then the console/PC version was always on the odd years. But you know, I don't really know the reasoning why they did that. I mean, it sort of hit right about when the COVID pandemic started, so that could have been part of the plan, or a part of the problem, or the plan might have been all along because of the they said because of the next gen consoles that they were delaying to see what they needed, but I don't really think that that's the case. I really feel like that what they were doing was maybe partly COVID. I mean, they may have been shut down for a little while, so that could have put a damper on their plans. But what I really feel like they were doing was, and this is what I'm really hoping, is they were reworking the game engine. Because, if you followed along closely, the game's got some issues. I mean, the physics of things, stuff flying all across the map, and I mean, just all sorts of problems. Now, are we going to get deformable terrain? We can dig in the ground and all that sort of stuff? I don't think so. I'd be real surprised if they did that. What I'm really hoping is that they fixed a lot of the issues and added a bunch of new features to the game to make it more interesting, because as it is right now, I enjoy playing it. I wish that the tree physics were a lot better. I wish they weren't like steel rods. Somebody put it one time, I think they had described it as using the grapples and stuff in the game was like trying to pick up steel rods with metal tongs or something. Something crazy like that. But that's really kind of how it is. But I'd like to see, I mean, it doesn't have to be a major overhaul for me. It's got to be enough new features that make the game look better. There's issues, not here, but I mean there's issues in the game with shadows, with optimization, some of the physics on some objects like hay bales and trees and other stuff. Now, I don't think I'd really be surprised too if they actually fixed the physics on the trees and made them to where there's a little flexibility in the trees, give in the trees, whatever you want to call it, because I just don't know how they would do that. Yeah, it's getting nighttime. I'll sped up time, but and I'll zoom it on forward through the night, and then we'll work some more. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see enough new features to where I feel satisfied that they've added enough to the game to where it doesn't feel exactly like Farming Simulator 19. There's been issues pointed out about as far as the clouds, the brightness of the game, just lots of things that need fixing. I mean, and the other thing too is I can kind of understand from their point of view why they wouldn't want to implement a lot of stuff. For instance, repair on vehicles. I mean, having breakdowns like flat tires and hydraulic hoses bust and things like that, because it's got to be incredibly complicated to do that. But I really don't think it is. I mean, I just really think that they don't get it. I don't think any of them have spent enough time on the actual farm to know what goes on, or maybe if they do, they're trying to build a game that just is more arcadey, to be honest, to suit more of the users, and they're relying, I guess, on the modders to do the rest. Because I mean, look at Seasons. Seasons is the integral part of farming, but yet has not ever until 22 been a part of the base game. And get some lights on and see where I'm going. Alright, just those, I guess. Of course you can go watch take your pick of any farming simulator YouTuber, and I'm sure they've got some kind of video out there as far as what they'd like to see in the next game and what the problems are with the current game, and just go read anywhere. But if they make enough changes to where I feel like they've significantly improved the game, then it's going to be worth it. To be honest with you, though, I'll probably buy it nonetheless, just because, I just really feel like there's going to be enough improvements. But I tell you this though, I'm not going to pre-order the game. I'm not going to, get all hyped up about it until I actually see some actual gameplay. CGI trailers just not going to do it, because look at 19. I mean, they had barn doors that opened and dogs that ran around and all kind of stuff, and these nice vehicles and machines and stuff in the CGI trailer, and we didn't get that. So there's a lot of stuff that needs fixing and a lot of improvements that could be made. I'd love to see used equipment. I'd love to be able to have a used equipment store that kind of rotated, like the machinery. When you went in there during 1 hour, you saw X number of vehicles or machines, and then when you went in there the next hour or something, you see a different set of machines. Or maybe not quite that often, but you know what I mean, like maybe once a day or something, they could rotate out the machines. So you'd have some different stuff to pick from, and maybe you couldn't afford something right away, and I wouldn't want it for it to go away, but I would just like some sort of used equipment store. Be really, really cool. I'd love to see, tractor tires go flat, other tires go flat, and you have to fix them, and hydraulic hoses bust, and you gotta repair them, and it costs you money, stuff like that. That would be amazing. Okay, so let me speed through time here and get us back to daytime, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we're now about 6:30 in the morning, next day. We'll get us a landing built here and then get started. There we go. Let's see, I guess we're gonna have to tell it to allow create fields, huh? Yep. What is that putting down? What did he do now? That's not supposed to be like that, I don't think. Yeah, so it's not going to work unless I tell it to allow create fields, and it used to not do that. That used to not be there. Why did he change that? That looks silly. I prefer just the cultivated. Oh well, whatever. I guess it kind of looks more like a forest ground, to be honest. I don't know. It looks kind of silly to me, but. I guess he changed it up again. Yeah, if you don't look close at it, I guess it does look a little bit more like a landing site would be, or logging deck would look like. Just don't pay attention to what it actually is that's on there. Alright, let's see how that does for a minute. to expand this a little bit more, but that's alright. Should do us for a little while. I really hate that Courseplay added this little mini display thing at the bottom of the screen. I wish they wouldn't have done that. It's annoying to have to turn off every time. Let's see. I think I'm going to have the processor set up about here. And we'll just start grabbing trees off of there and working them. And let's see what we've got cut lengthwise. Don't know. I hate it when it does that. I think by default it's set on 1, so let's see. That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's try 12. See, sometimes it doesn't show up here on this thing for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I have to switch to that. No. Anyway, I think that's going to work. What I'm planning on doing is kind of like a pulpwood, or I guess be more pulpwood type setup. These tops I'm going to put in a separate pile, and I'll put them on the back bunk and then pile the rest of the wood on top. I think that's how I've usually seen it done. I don't like these little short pieces, but we're going to try to make do with them. Alright, get off of there. Why are these rollers not working? There it goes. Yeah, I'm not going to need Courseplay for this machine, so I'm going to actually change that so it's not coming up. I'm going to try to right click. There we go. I didn't grab it good, so it was trying to not wanting to cut. The tops of the trees getting caught. That's one of the big ones. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to cut down some more trees even. Alright, let's just cut that one out there for now, and then I'll reposition it. Yeah, this is one of these big monster trees. Yep. Well, I don't like these curvy pine trees. I wish they'd never have done that. But that's what we got. In fact, I tell you what, I'm just going to whack down a few more of these trees because they are in the way. Nothing but in the way. Yeah, that one's... Yeah, these trees are just... I didn't cut out near enough. I always forget how much you have to cut out. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, let's get our loader over here. I decided to use the John Deere this time. I usually use the Tiger Cat 880, but we'll go with this one. I think cut that one good. I hate it when it does that. I can't really judge how far that tree is away from me. Then it wants to ride up the tree because I'm getting too close, and now it doesn't even want to cut it. Well, it's not cutting. Didn't want to cut that tree. Oh, I must have the grapple's closed. Oh, it's been a little while. And once I get set up, I'll be in a little bit better position, because this right now is not really the ideal thing to do. But we're getting there. We're just about there, I think. I don't think the tip of these trees are hitting on anything back there now, so just about where we can be set up permanently. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so we'll leave the processor, I guess, right about here will work. And I wonder if I can grab that tree. Oops, oh well. Alright, let's get a little bit of cleanup on aisle 7 here. That's not what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? There we go. Alright, we don't have enough yet for a load. We're kind of, I don't know, not even halfway. Well, maybe close to halfway, I guess. But let's see. Let's get our skidder going, I suppose. I don't think there's enough room yet to actually work here, but let's just see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough room yet to actually do much, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, need to cut a lot more trees down. Maybe if I put them right there, maybe he can grab them. Yeah, we'll cut a bunch more trees down and get that opened up a little bit more, because that is not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Alright, well, I'm just about out of time for today, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop back in this fellow buncher, and we're going to cut a few more trees down around this side here where the processor is, so I can at least get the skidder maneuvered around a little bit better. And then when we come back next time, we'll make our first load of logs to the brand spanking new sawmill that just got installed yesterday. And we'll just see how it goes from there. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna open up this a good bit, and we will catch you next time. So have a good one. Thanks for watching.